Hey guys, I'm Kate.
And I'm Laura.
We're over here and we just wanted to start our very first video. Again, this is our first video, so please be patient and nice. We might be a little, glitchy or whatever on what we're trying to spit out. But we just wanted to get on here and let you guys know about how we have stylists. We're hairstylists in San Diego, both in Little Italy. And this whole COVID situation from the beginning on how we're feeling and kind of what that's looking like towards the future and all of that. And this will be helpful, hopefully, to stylists and clients. Just a little, shoot the shit, spill the tea kind of thing. So
exactly, I love it. So I haven't worked since March 13th, and Kate, I think you're March 14th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it kind of just became it's always been day by day, but in the very beginning, it was just kind of like a shock. It's like, is this happening? Is this not happening? Is this just going to be a 2-week thing? Is this longer? And we were FaceTiming a lot and just like everything we were reading. And I think when it really hit home for us was when I think Colorado announced that they were going to be closed until April 30th, and I was laying in my bed. I don't know where you were, but we both just started like getting teary-eyed because we're just like, what? Yeah. Like, we love what we do and we love our clients and we love, just being connected. And so this was really hard, I feel like, in the beginning.
Scary, it was so scary, and like as strong as we all try to be, that moment where we both cried on the phone together was just so sad. And I just remember feeling so sad for ourselves and our industry, and an industry that we're all so close with our clients. We can no longer be so close, physically. It's important to keep that connection. And I feel like luckily, clients trust us. We're like the therapist of the whole situation. So staying connected that way is important, but we can't like hug our clients. And, the salon life has like totally shifted and come to a screeching halt, which was a huge shocker, even though we did know that it was coming from, Italy. We saw that happening, and then Spain, and everything was being shut down there. And, I don't think that we thought that it was going to hit us so hard. Maybe it was just like, we didn't want to believe that or whatever, but,
totally, yeah.
Here we are, April 27th, and still no date in sight to open again, which is another scary thought.
It's just crazy. It's just like more and more things keep happening where we're just like, what? Like, we'll send, like, it's just, you're always sending information back and forth during this whole thing because you're hearing so many, different like opinions or, different facts. No one knows what's real, what's not, in a sense. Does that make sense? Like, how am I trying to explain what I'm trying to say with how we like...
Well, there's a lot of like fake news and like people are saying things, and then it's hard to differentiate between what's true and what's not. And that, I feel like, it's kind of why we're doing this whole thing, what, is true facts, and then what is just kind of doesn't even matter what people are saying.
Because there can be like a lot of noise. We've talked about that, exactly. Like how it can be a lot of noise, and you really have to take pieces from what people say and really evaluate it and how it will, affect you or go into your business or going forward. And you just want to be really prepared and be active with how you're going to get back into the salon when that day finally happens.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So how does business look moving forward for us right now?
So obviously we still don't have a date back in sight for when we get to go back to work, but when we do, it's looking, you're supposed to stay, if your appointment's at 10 a.m., when you arrive, you text us and we let you know if it's okay to come in. We open the door. Some people are predicting we need to take temperature, like with the little forehead temperature thermometer thing.
Yeah, no contact thermometer.
No contact, yeah. So we also are learning some people are being eerie of people wearing gloves coming into the salon because, people have their different opinions on gloves and how they can spread germs. So that's something like I really need to talk about with like my salon owner on a level in that.
Yeah. I think it's
What
the
else?
people coming into the salon with the gloves that they were wearing
Yes.
outside. So it's about being so hypersensitive, because in the salon is a way more controlled and sanitary place than going to the grocery store, for sure. We already have sanitation regulations through the Board of Cosmetology that we have to abide by, and that has just, been just extreme with all of this. And now, I think that's the whole thing with the gloves, though, is like, you don't want to wear gloves from the outside going into the inside. I mean, some stylists are taking it as far as, like, in Georgia, they just opened up their salons May 1st. I think it's going to be the first day that they're officially going to be working again. And I think as California, we're letting, our governor, sorry, my dog's right here. Our governor is letting other people be the guinea pigs with that, because they're changing their smocks in between every client. Yeah, taking the temperatures, having their clients wash their hands right when they come into the salon. And yeah, as soon as you come in, which you can't come in until your stylist is ready, and that has been fully communicated. Then you come sit in, and we were listening to a live this morning with Gina Bianca, which was so good,
It was really
and very
good.
informative. Yeah. And she was saying how she's just having very short services, like, 30 minutes for a haircut. That's no wash, no style, but she is adding a little like thermal heat to it, which like cutting it dry and then curling it a little bit. So she's having 30, 60, 90, 120-minute appointments, and they're all very not full service. It's like not a full service, and that's going to be the only way that we can really catch up,
To
for
get
the next,
everyone
like,
back
what, 3
in.
months? Yeah, because we both are booked out for weeks and weeks, and we have close to 100 people waiting to get back in, whose appointments have been canceled. Again, and this information like changes daily. So Laura and I were talking earlier this week about doing this whole thing and trying to prep, because we were like a little nervous for all this, because it's like new. But and now we're like sitting here, and we've received more information on kind of what this looks like. So we were readjusting kind of what we were trying to say during this, because even today it's different from Monday.
Yeah, totally.
So right on my notes, I have what we can do to ease the clients. I think that goes back to, and if you guys have any like input on what we can do to kind of help ease you guys coming into the salon. Most of my clients are like, honestly, I don't care. I just want my hair done.
That's exactly mine. I've been telling a few, it's probably not going to be able to dry, and everyone's like, I just want my color done. So it's really good. And it's just so important for clients to be very understanding of stylists right now. Like, we're going through this too. You might not be getting your hair done, but we're also going through such an emotional thing as well. So it's just
and financial.
So it's just good to be patient. It's something that everyone really needs to practice right now. It's just having patience, because when we go back and we're trying to fit in 100 clients on top of the people who are already booked, like if we were to go back to work in 2 weeks, I still have people booked from before this shutdown. So it's going to be, quick appointments. Like if your stylist says, come in with your hair clean and straight, show up with your hair clean and straight, because she's cutting it and she'll give you a little style. And, these little things matter. And so you really just want to be on top of that.
Yeah. And don't be surprised if you aren't prepped, like how, your stylist is asking you to be prepped, that they say, I can't do your hair today, because if we're on such a tight schedule, even more than ever, because there's no double booking anymore. And if we run late for our next appointment, then that person is getting their time cut, and that's not fair for them. So everyone needs to be showing up how, the rules of the stylist or whatever, they're asking. Or
because we're also still having to leave space in between each client to get everything sanitized again and give it enough time to just be sanitized. Like it's not going to be our same daily routine, like in and out, in and out. It's that client leaves, we go full force in cleaning the entire area, and then the next one can come in. So you have to keep that in mind too. So just,
I think also for stylists, like, yes. And I think also for stylists, like, just we have to be able to have boundaries. This is something that I'm going to have to work on, because I have boundaries in my personal life, but in my work life, like, I'm just like, yes, everybody deserves to feel beautiful. I want to do everybody's hair, and I'm going to run myself to the ground to make sure everybody feels heard, feels beautiful, renewed, comfortable, all of that. But with this, you know, dude, we have to schedule out like lunch so we can at least eat. You know what I mean? In between, like, you know, single process color or whatever. Like, this is going to be interesting to see how stylists, because before we were so much yes, 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 go, go, go. And even still, this is going to be a different way of us doing it, that now we hopefully are going to find time to give ourselves what we still need to like remain healthy. When hairstylists aren't known to be the most like healthy, like working people, you know, we like inhale our food, we go, 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 you know? So
totally, yeah.
That I think is going to be important to remember and squeeze in too.
And it's also just like a respect factor of, if you come in and you have something scheduled, but you wanted something more, if your client says no, or your client, if we say no once, like, don't make it awkward for us to have to keep saying no, because we are givers, and we, you know, I don't want to have to give in, because then that's screwing up the rest of the day. And I'm not going to be jamming a multiple people in, because I still want to keep it sanitary. And I also don't want to get sick at all. I want to be able to continue this service, or keep working.
Yeah. And then if you do it for one client, then the other client's going to be like, well, that wasn't fair, or that's not making me comfortable, or whatever. You know, people need to realize that there are so many people involved with this, that it's not just you. And it's like, don't make us say no twice and like make it uncomfortable, but also we don't want to be mean. You know what I mean? We don't want to feel mean and be like, dude, like, I already told you one time, like, please, like, just no, you know? Like, don't make us like crack the whip.
And obviously we are still mindful of your feelings. Like, we care about you so much and we love you so much, and that's why I think we just have to put these boundaries in place, because we will want to just like please you and make you feel happy and make you feel beautiful. But for just the first 2 to 3 months, I mean, that's what they're saying right now. Who knows if when we get to go back to work, but for those 2 to 3 months, we just really need, there has to be rules for everything to run smoothly, for us to be able to stay open, so we don't have to stay home again. Because when we reopen, we want to reopen once, and we want to reopen well, and we want it to keep going.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, you know, we both have also been taking advantage of this time, because nobody would have ever given themselves this amount of time. Like, this is a lot of time. What are we on? Like, is this week like 7 or something?
Yeah,
crazy.
almost
7 weeks. So I don't really get bored. Like, I'm like a natural chiller. I can just chill and just do nothing and be happy doing nothing. So I haven't really gotten bored. But I was telling Laura earlier that, like, I'm starting to get to the point where I need to create as an artist, where I'm like starting to lose a little bit of my purpose. And that is where things really start to kind of go south. You know, I'm a hairstylist. I love what I do. And it's not just a hairstylist. It's, you know, connecting with my clients. And I just like love what I do. And Laura is the same as well. But using this time, you know, wisely to get as much as you can out of it, whether it be, you know, maintaining your mental health, learning how to meditate, exercising. I've started running, which I still don't like. There's still walking involved, but it's happening, you know. And also all the free education that everybody has offered has been like
so good,
so amazing. So amazing. There's new trends that have come out that people have given classes, and if it's not free, it's literally like $10 to $30, and
we're
from
so
like
appreciative
amazing
of
artists.
that. Yeah.
Oh my God. We wrote down all the people earlier. Brianna Cisneros, she pulled me on live super randomly. Was I ready? Absolutely not. But I was full stoke and like so happy and so grateful. She's taught so much. Gina Bianca, we attended her live today. Eric, sorry if we messed up your last name. Eric Gutierrez. Hair Eric, at Hair Eric. He's amazing. He's also doing rental classes and he was interested, I kind of want to do that. Even though we just took his class, I kind of would
Yeah,
like
but
to, I want to do the hairline that he's hopefully coming out with.
I know, I love his hairlines. That pop is so
I love
good.
him. That's a huge fan of
We
him.
also took Maggie Hancock's class. She was doing the 90s trend. Cate did a version of it, and it looks so good on her. I love it.
Oh my God, guys. It was like further back, but that was like a little, I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. So I like gave myself a little root smudge to like bring myself back to, you know, feeling good. But yeah. Sorry, this was fresh.
But it's just been so good that everyone's staying connected, you know, like hairdressers are stepping up. They're trying to figure out different ways to stay connected to clients and other hairstylists. And I love that because, you know, it's really hard. It's a day by day thing. I have my days where I feel super motivated, and then I have my days where I'm just like, I'm just going to lay here and I'm going to scroll.
I know.
I'm going to have a drink around 1 o'clock and it's fine.
And it's fine, you know? And, you know, it's funny because Laura and I, we literally, when did we do this video? So today's Monday. We probably chatted about doing this I
think on Thursday,
right? So we had like prepped and came up with all these notes and everything that we wanted to talk about and everything. And then, you know, we were like, we're going to get ready. We're going to go on YouTube Live. Well, turns out YouTube Live, you need to start 24 hours in advance to get certified or whatever. So that was the
technology
whole thing.
Or all this stuff. It's amazing and I love it. But like learning it, like I'm learning a new skill. I'm building a website.
Yeah.
What?
Props to you. I'm paying my friend to do that. Love you, Andres. But yeah, so we were like, came to do the video today and we're like talking about the ups and downs of the emotions. And today we're both kind of feeling the same level of like, meh.
Mm-hmm. So, like, literally.
Together and like, we're still like, you know, okay, like, are we good? Are we ready? You know, and here we are trying to like do our best still, but it's just still like all the roller coaster of emotions is like, wow.
It is such a crazy thing, and it's just, there's no words. I don't have words half the time for it. I'm just like, it's wild, it's crazy, I can't believe we're in this, but here we are. And, you know, I always have to remind myself also, like, I have my health. I have a roof over my head. Like, those are the things to remind myself to be. I have a savings account.
Which, that's like, also, thank God for that.
Yeah, we've both talked on this a little bit, that, you know, Cate's always been a saver, but I became a saver once I was with Brian. Thank you, Brian. He, you know, he was like, you need a savings. And I was like, I have money in my account. And he was like, what would happen if you could not work tomorrow? What if you broke your arm? And I'm like, what? He's like, how would you, if you couldn't work for 3 to 4 months, what would you do? And I was just like, oh. So then luckily I've been building my savings to where like, I'm okay right now. Cate's okay. And like, but I think there's, you know, it's a lot of like stylists or like bartenders. We have that mentality where we get that money so fast that it can be spent just as fast. Yeah, we're spenders.
Like, we love fashion and makeup and beauty and facials and massages and all the things. And it's so fun. But now all of that is like COVID is such a fun sponge. It took all the fun away.
A fun sponge.
God. Okay, so
I've never heard of that.
So how do you feel about if you can't get your clients in and they have to go to another stylist?
I understand. I get it. I've already prepared myself that like I might lose clients. I might lose clients for just, you know, one round of hair like appointment. And then they might come back, and I totally get it. I think, you know, my clients who have been with me for, you know, the last 3 years, they get me and they understand it, and they know I've worked really hard to build my business. So I think they will wait it out until I can get them in. But, you know, if you lose a few, like you'll get more back. So I'm not going to let that bother me too much, because it's just, it's reality of what it is. There's one of me, and as of now, 91 of you who need to get in as soon as I open up again. And that's just my clients up until this week. Like I'm taking it week by week with rescheduling. And I'm not even rescheduling because from the very beginning, I was like, are we going to be back in 2 weeks? Like, I don't want to reschedule everyone and then have to keep rescheduling. So I just, from the get-go,
I did it
like
for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And then after that, I was like, this is madness. Like, I gotta wait. And, you know, we're waiting on a date and still like no date, which is really annoying to me, like really annoying. But even if he gave us a date, like it might change again, but I don't know.
Maybe just updates. I don't know. But
just updates, just like anything, Gavin, just like give us something. Gavin.
a
Keep it
little
here,
something.
I you know, did a virtual haircut on Sunday, and walked one of my clients' partners through cutting his hair. And like, that's the thing too, you know, and he was so gracious enough to say, like, if we have to do this again and you need to get other people in, I'm fine with that. And for clients listening, I would love if you guys don't really need it, let us know, and then we can get somebody else in. And I do plan on doing something nice for my clients that have been prepaying, and you know, you guys have been so amazing for that. Like, thank you so much. I do plan on doing something nice to you guys. I don't know what yet, but that is
just
like
so thoughtful, right? It makes you feel special. Like, it's just like, okay, we really, like, you feel the bond that I feel that I have with you. Like, our clients feel like family. Genuine. Like, there's clients that, like, I love when there's clients that come in that I just like connect with, and we're just talking the whole time. And honestly, like, that's pretty much my whole clientele. I can't even lie. I think I have a pretty amazing clientele. Not just saying 100%. That, like, there's never,
dude, we
like,
spent years like manicuring that.
Yeah, because there's, you know, you'll hear styles like, oh, I got that one today, and I'm just like, I never feel that way genuinely.
Yeah,
like,
I don't have that.
You
either.
know, so
because those clients don't last long. You know what I mean? If you don't drive with me, like, I am who I am, and if you don't drive with me, like, you know, and this is a great opportunity for clients as well. Like, if I am not the stylist for you, by all means, this is your opportunity. Go find someone else that is like super your type, you know? Super your type. If I talk too much, or if my blonde hair bothers you, like, I don't know, you know, my tattoos bother you, I don't know. This is a good opportunity for clients as well as stylists. If you guys don't have clients that you are super stoked with, maybe this is room to clear up a little space to make room for some new clients that will fill you up, because we do spend in normal, which I don't, you know, the normal is now gone, but normal, I mean 4 hours with clients. And what, dude, if you don't enjoy your time with somebody and you're spending that much time with them, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you know, that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want to be spending time with people that I don't like. It's like, kills my vibe, you know? It's like, ugh. But again, I don't have that clients. Like, you guys are all amazing. I love you, and I've completely chosen you just as you have chosen me.
Totally. And I think that also kind of goes into, so Cate and I, obviously, we both run our own business, but we are booth renters. And I feel like there's been a lot of, you know, lives with salon owners, and what can you do to prepare as a salon owner? Because, you know, as a salon owner, you might have a staff of 10, and you have to really figure out what needs to happen, how you schedule people. But as booth renters, you know, still be proactive, be on top of your game, because you're running your little business inside their business. And so you still want to be on top of making your clients feel comfortable and safe in your space. So I think it's still super important for us to stay up to date. Don't just rely on your owner. Be proactive. Learn what people are saying. Take what you think will work for your salon. If you're in a huge salon of, you know, 30 people, then you might need to, like, think about, okay, hey, am I going to have to go part-time? Like, you just have to think about those things and just be really, really proactive with what's happening, and don't hide under a rock and just be like, oh, it'll all be back to normal. Because, I mean, I'm going to be prepared, but that would be amazing if it went back to normal, but I just don't see that happening.
Anytime soon, at least. It's temporary, but who knows how long the temporary is. And, you know, I have heard some stylists, because, you know, we follow, as well as thousands of other people are following a few hairstylist Facebook pages. And, you know, there's been a couple of stylists that are like, you know, if we have to go back to work with face shields, then is it really safe to be going back to work? And there's this whole financial other side that we need to go back to work because we haven't gotten any grants, no loans, no stimulus checks, no unemployment, all this stuff. And, you know, hairstylists have taken hairstylists, makeup artists, people self-employed in the service industry have taken a huge hit. And there's some stylists that are like, well, you know, the government's giving us money, but, you know, that's not a good way to look at it either, because you got to go back to work eventually. And unfortunately, this virus is not going, isn't going anywhere. You know, it's all about adapting. God, my dad's been telling me that. He's like, adapt, you know, just start adapting. And I'm just like, okay, like, what does that mean? Like, I don't, you know, I've been trying to understand that because we live in it's such a blur, you know, it's hard to know what to adapt to because there's nothing to hold on to. But, you know, you're saying be proactive, you know, be proactive, get your education, get a freaking face shield, just do it, just to be ready to go back to work, because eventually you're going to need money, and the money that you're going to get from the government is not forever. And go back to your clients. It's like they fill you up, you know, and this, you know, like Gina was saying today, she's, you know, was talking about not pre-booking clients because this could all happen again in 3 months, and this whole thing is going to happen again. So I'm like so interested to see how this is going to play out, as well as the restaurant industry. I'm like, you know, even whenever we do go back, you know, kids might not go back to school full time, which here's to hoping they do for their sake and the sanity of everyone else. But even if they don't go back full time, like, you know, the ripple effect that's going to happen when everything does open up again is going to be savage, you know? So again, like being proactive and adapting and educating and all of that, you know, trying to stay happy, I feel like is trying, you know?
Yeah, because it's just so important to follow those. We're going to have so many new business like regulations put into play, and we have to follow them. Like the face shield, like if they say we have to wear it, we have to wear it. And because I'm not going to get my license taken away, I'm not going to get fined for that. So I just think like, just listen and do what they say.
Whatever, dude, like if you have to wear a face shield, like get eyelash extensions or something, get a spray tan, like, I don't know, do whatever makes you feel better. And just know that safety and comfortability for you and your clients, like if somebody sneezes your way, you don't gotta worry, you got a face shield, you know? And like, I was telling Gloria, Laura's owner, she like came out, I joined a live that she had with Anthony, and she like busted out her face shield with her hat, and I just got mine in the mail or whatever. But she put it on, she has all this beautiful hair, and I just took out my extensions.
So much hair.
I'm just like, I need to put my weave back in. Like, yeah, this looks great and all, but nobody's gonna see that with my face shield, you know? Like, I want to get
so
one and turn it
beautiful.
Fashion.
That's another educator I've been watching, Anthony Edge. He was busting out haircuts every day to just
dude, he's on it.
Yeah, they're a on it
always
family.
On it.
They're proactive and they're into it.
I know, I love that. I love that.
Also, stylists, they are doing a Barbicide certification. So get that. It looks really good. You know, we should have it anyway. So yeah, get that.
I think it's about just making everybody feel comfortable. You know, maybe the thermometers aren't 100% necessary, but it's about making everybody feel comfortable. Yeah. And, you know, knowing that we're taking all precautions necessary.
And it's not just you where the temperature would be getting checked. We will check it on ourselves so you feel comfortable, you know? Boop, boop. But yeah, so I don't know.
I wish that we could see the comments that people would be writing during this, and we would be able to, like, you know, drive off that.
Yeah, go into it.
Live on Instagram is so laggy.
It's so laggy, so we really didn't want to do that. I'm trying to look at my notes to make sure we went over everything we talked about. That was just really important to us.
I think that one thing that we can ask for, you know, clients, the number one thing is patience, and to try and have a little bit of grace and flexibility. That's
Totally.
really what I'm going to like ask from my clients. I know that my clients are like, literally, I have a couple of people begging me to either do their hair at home or whatever, but no, you know, so just try and be understanding, patient, handle with grace, and as stylists, just have boundaries, healthy boundaries. Come up with what it looks like when you are going to go back to work, and figure out your schedule and what you are going to be offering to people service-wise, and what that service looks like. Are you going to, you know, Gina's offering, she might not be offering a blow dry, but she's making up for that in another way by offering a conditioning mask or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
I do too. Yeah. We just want to also make sure, like, I mean, I shouldn't say we want to make sure, but as stylists, like, stay in touch with your clients. I think it's so important to just like keep checking in on them, even though, you know, you want to have your boundaries and, you know, we're not getting to work. But I mean, I FaceTimed with a few of mine and it was just so fun. And it was like quick 30 minutes. And it just like, we just almost chatted about what we would normally be talking about in the salon, but we also talked about like what we can do to make them feel better during, while we're staying home.
You know, and it's like, it's, you know, it's like of course we care how your hair is doing, but also, are you still dating that asshole that you were dating 2 months ago? Like, you know, I want the juice, you know, like, yes, this is amazing, but how the hell are you doing and what are you doing in your life? That's what I miss. I miss like the convos with my clients, you know, and I really do miss doing hair, actually. The creativity and the prettiness, like blonde and stuff, and dimension is just so pretty. I miss that.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Real fast, speaking of blondes, we talked a little bit about, you know, being blonde is a luxury. So when we're going back, because we both are stylists who do a ton of blondes, and so, you know, these are just ideas we've been putting out there, maybe, you know, just to get everyone in, like if we could just do like your hairline and up here, like these are like little services that we're going to be offering that be open to it, like see where your stylist is coming from, and they're going to do as much as they can for you, but also like do a little bit for them so they can get all their clients back in. I think it's just, it's going to have to be a two-way street, I think, for sure.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's how it is always. You know, we can't make all the rules and enforce anybody to follow what we're asking. It's just simply asking, you know, and then again, like figuring out where our boundaries are to make sure all of our other clients who have supported our business for years, dude, my clients have allowed me to, you know, get the classes that I want, because education is, you know, $500 to $1,000 to $2,000 a pop, you know, and, you know, they've supported us. We need to support them. But yeah, again, it's like that two-way street for sure.
Yeah.
For shizzle dizzle.
We did it. So yeah, so if you have any questions, if you want, you know, a little bit more of an elaboration on certain things, pretty much we went over today, clients and stylists just having patience with each other, be understanding. We went over, you know, what it's going to be like when we go.
Take education. What it's going to be like when we go back.
What it's going to be like when we go back.
Again, that could change.
It can change tomorrow. So if you have any questions, I'm at Laura Looney Hair.
And I'm at Color by Cate with a C. Is this the right way?
I think it was that one, the other one. So this was fun. We love you guys. We miss you so much.
Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions, DM us, email. We'll put all of that information if you guys need it. It's all available on our Instagram, or you can message us any other way. We're here for you.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.